Hey, now we have gone through different things in Google Analytics. Things in the sense, number one, life cycle, users, events. Now we will go to analytics. So analytics, we'll go to analysis. So in analysis, we will see two things. One is analysis hub. The second is template gallery. Why it is important? See, a regular performance marketer will go to the above tables and data to understand the day-to-day requirement. For example, at the end of the month or at the end of the week, you need to prepare a lot of reports. For example, let's say you are into an agency, so you will interact with multiple brands. So for each of the brand, you need to send reports. Now, to make those reports, you need a lot of time. Now, this particular segment of Google Analytics will help you on that. Now, we will go to these reports one by one, and I'll tell you how these things can be helpful for you. Like how I have told you the story, so similarly, the story follows the same for Analysis Hub. So here we will see how the customers are getting acquired, then how the customers are behaving, then what kind of technologies they are using, etc. So let's go to the template gallery. Here I will show you. You can see here the first talks about the funnel analysis, like what is the user journey of your customer. Then the second one talks about the path analysis, like for example, one customer comes to a certain page, then how they move to the other pages, and you want to analyze that. For example, someone is coming to your landing page and there are a lot of exit points, and you want to see which all exit point you should stop so that you can get more number of conversions. So that can be done there. Then the third one is called segment overlap. So there you will come to know, like what kind of audiences are using all the three devices, or which age group are actually mingling with your different sets of product. Or if you want to analyze what is the user behavior for a certain set of products, that can be understood by segment overlap. Then there is something called cohort analysis and user lifetime. So these are some of the reports we will go through one by one. Now coming to use cases, so these are some of the use cases: user behavior, conversion, acquisition. This can be used for your organization. Now coming to the industries part, here you will see the report for gaming and industries. Let's go one by one. Now, if you go to funnels, then what is going to happen? Let's get it loaded. But before that, let me tell you some of the things in this report building exercise itself. Now, the moment you go to this reporting segment, you will get a dashboard on the right hand side, which is basically the output, and on the left hand side, you can see the basic data elements, how you can structure it. Guys, this is basically a pivot table in Access. In Excel. Now, let me help you with understanding what exactly is what. Now, in this particular table, there are two different columns: variables and tab setting. In variable, you can see what is the name of the analysis. You can rename them also. Then below that, you will get a time period. Then there is something called segments, dimensions, and metrics. Segments are basically the row items, dimensions are basically the column items, and metrics are the numbers that represent both these combinations. So, so this is what it is. Then coming to the dimension part, so there what happens, you can so in the technique, you can consider any of these techniques, and that can help you out understanding how you want to see the flow. Then coming to the visualization part, it can be the standard funnel, or it could be a trended funnel. In trended funnel, it will be like a trend graph, and you can see each of those trends on a graphical approach. Okay, so even you can go to each individual page and understand uh, how your customers are, whatever data you want to read. Now, for each of this output metric, you can create up to 10 tabs in one report, and all of them can be downloaded. However, let's stick to one for the time being. Now, here is something you can go on adding more and more steps here. Then in the breakdown, you have added device category, so that you can see here the numbers for desktop, mobile, tablet. Then for organic, the same desktop, mobile, tablet, etc. So that's how the funnels are designed. Okay. Now let's go back to the reporting segment, and let's go through one more reporting table, that is called path analysis. So this particular path analysis is very useful for B2B and B2B companies and lead generation companies. So what exactly happens? Let's say they want to analyze what exactly people do before coming to the landing page, and let's say after coming to the landing page. So this is something you will come to know. For example, your client may say, hey, I have built this landing page, I don't want to make any changes in that landing page. And and you are telling, hey, uh, this is the landing page I am talking about. Whatever landing page you have designed, it you may think that is correct, but it is not how performance landing pages are designed. Then in that case, you need to build these kind of path analysis reports. And once you then you can tell your boss, or you can tell your client, hey, let's do a testing. We'll run campaigns on these two landing pages, one which is designed by you, number two which is designed by your client. And you can test them, and you can tell them, you can see here, these are the leakages. 9 14 clicks I should start. And this is how the flow is. What you can do, what if in a certain landing page there are a lot of clicks, and that is distracting the customer or distracting the audience, then definitely they will click on it and they will move out of that page, and subsequently they may not purchase also. So those numbers you can show it to your client and tell, hey, you have designed this particular page, and these are the outcomes. I have designed this particular landing page. This is how the outcomes are. Now let's decide which one to keep. You may be wrong, and your client may be wrong also. So after seeing the data, after checking the data, you can come to a conclusion which is good, which is bad. So in that perspective, this path analysis can help you. Now let's go to the next reporting segment, which is your segment overlap. So in this segment, what happens, you come to know how your audiences are intermingled or intertangled with each other. So you can, so here we have put here mobile traffic, tablet traffic, age, how these audiences are it's represented in the form of a Venn diagram. And you need to see whether they are intersecting with each other or not. If they are intersecting, then what is the intersection area? So I didn't find this much useful, but just for the reporting purpose you can use it. Okay, now let's move to the other template, which is present in the template gallery. This talks you about yeah, cohort analysis. So this is very important for B2B or SaaS-based businesses. They should go to this report, and this will help them a lot in increasing their sales. You can see here on the left hand side, you can see the timelines. Mostly it is the weekly timeline. And here on week 4, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, for example, you are selling something like, hey, register for this particular product, and we will give you a free trial for 30 days. Then you can think of buying our product. So then what happens, the customer signs up with you, and then they start using it. So what you can do, you can measure them. You can see these numbers like 16 May to 22 May, they got 14,393 users, then it dropped to 702, then 347, then 234, so on. So what exactly is happening? There is a drop. So why this drop is happening? This drop is happening because either the guy who has signed up for you didn't have time to check your product, or he didn't find it useful for him, or let's say he find it very difficult to use, and hence he or she didn't use it, or he didn't even get time to go through your account itself. Now, in that case, it's the role of a performance marketer to intervene and get something done out of it. So even though you will be sending them funnel emails and everything, what you can do, you can create a flow, or you can build some content around the usage of the product, or the benefits of the product, or a identify a pain point which is not yet solved by your competitors, and just show it to those set of audiences only. So in that case, what happens? They will think of, hey, I have already taken the free version of the product. Let me use it. Let me see it. So that way, what you can do, you can increase this week one, week two, week three numbers, and eventually, if your numbers are very high by the end of 4 weeks, eventually some of it might convert to a complete sale. So this is something which is very useful, and I find it useful for B2B kind of businesses. Of course, B2C people can also use it, but I find B2B SaaS kind of businesses, for them it is really very powerful technique tool developed by Google. Now coming to the user lifetime, in this particular report, we can see the user lifetime value in terms of what amount of revenue are we able to generate from different sources. So you can see here, from organic, the lifetime average is $4 only. The lifetime engagement is 2 minute 16 second. For referral, the average engagement is $14 almost, and 4 minute 26 seconds. CPC, it is only 0.25. It's only 10-second engagement time. So this will tell you an overall health of your campaign, what are doing well, what are not doing well. So whichever is not doing well, identify them, dig deep, and find out why you are facing these kind of problems, fix it. So now we have gone through the customized template reports. However, let's go through some of the very interesting output your managers or your clients would like to see. The first one is the is the acquisition report. Now in acquisition report, what exactly is happening? Basically, you here you can change the attribution model also. You will see here which are the sources and what are the transactions that are happening. So mostly for e-commerce companies, this is really helpful, or the sites where real life transactions are happening for them. This is very important. You can see here the channels and the corresponding numbers. It is quick to download the data and send it to your boss. Okay, now let's come to the other segment. Go to template gallery. Yeah, let's see this conversion report. In conversion report, basically what happens, it will give you a complete funnel view. In this segment, you will see what are the different device categories, and you can identify the events. And based on events, what is the conversion event and what is the value for that. So that's how you can get the data from here. You can download it and share it with your client or boss. Now, coming to the last one, which will talk you about user behavior. So this is very interesting. You will see here. I have already discussed this with you, but let's let it upload. Yeah. So these are some of the important metrics that you can see here. You can see, let's say, session start, then page views, scroll, view item, new recent active users. You can go on adding more and more events here. Let's say you want to track how many visitors are there. Let me tell you exactly what happened when I was in Weapons. We have done similar kind of tracking. They were selling some sort of event tickets, but those event tickets were sold on a third party platform, and they need to understand whether those tickets are sold from us or not. So in that case, we have created certain events which actually helped us to identify. Let's say we used to bring them to a certain website, and from that website they used to select in which geographical location they are in, and from there onwards the flow used to vary. So for each of those tracking, we have put different events, and from that we were able to tell them, hey, out of this 1,000 viewers or this 1,000 visitors, 60% left without doing anything, but from the rest 400 people, they have gone to the Singapore page. Rest 30, rest 20% have gone to the Hong Kong page. Rest 20% have gone to the Shanghai page, and from there, these many people have gone to that particular ticket selling website, and we are expecting at least 4 to 5 sales from that. So through that, if you are a kind of event related web sorry like you are someone who are selling event tickets and organizing events for multiple brands, and you want to know, like, hey, what are the sources from which I am getting traffic, and how can I convey this to my client, then in that case it will be very helpful. Okay, now then, let's go to the same template gallery. Let's go to the e-commerce platform. So here what happens, uh, you can see here different channels. What is the attribution model, and what are the actual users, what is the event count, then transactions, conversions, purchase, total revenue, everything is here in a single dashboard. So this is really helpful for any kind of e-commerce companies. I have used it multiple times. You also start using it. It will actually help you in reducing your load of making PPTs or providing reports to your clients. Then this is something called gaming. I think most of the people are not from gaming background, but yes, I will help you out here to some of you if you are from that particular domain. So this will tell you how your active users are and how they are behaving on a particular day. For example, you might be running some payment campaigns, or let's say you are telling them to sign up with Facebook or promote or share something on Facebook, then you want to track them. So all those events can be created, and you can share some of you can share some number with Google, or you can pass back that number to Google, and that will be shown in your revenue part. So that's all for the reporting part.